Good morning to everybody. How you doing? Hope all's well. Keep up the beautiful work. I hope everybody is doing good. Be'ezrat Hashem, Yitbarach, V'yitromam. Today is Monday, Parashat Yitro, the week that we got the Torah from Har Sinai. And it's no coincidence. Last night we had a beautiful evening for the honor of the Torah. We had what was called the Shasathon. It's still online if you're interested in watching it. While other people far away were watching halftime shows, you guys were watching the Shasathon. You have 500 people in a room learning 10 pages of Gemara together with the Havruta from morning till the evening. There's minha in the afternoon. Of course, there's lunch. Where there's Jews, there's food as well. And there's dinner, of course. And after we finished the learning, they finished the entire Shas. Imagine 2,700 and something pages are finished under one roof. And we had in mind the hostages, and we had in mind the soldiers, and we had in mind all those, especially who want to have children. Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach. We had them in mind. We had in mind all the people that want to find a Bazra, that need a Nasim, they need their spouse. Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach, and for everyone to have Refuah shelemah. I guarantee you, as much fanfare as there was yesterday with the Super Bowl and the Super Batich, etc., in heaven there was a gazillion times more from this beautiful evening of the Shasathon. Yishtabach Shemo. They had Diane Dunner, Rabbi Dunner from London, a Gaon of Geonim came. I asked him for a beracha for our team. He was wonderful and he spoke wonderful, and it was a beautiful evening. It was to raise money for an organization called Eight Time, where they help people with infertility and people have children and support, etc. We do hope that the organization closes one day, not because they didn't have the funding, but because there won't be a need. We don't want the Be'ezrat Hashem, the Chai Lifelines. We don't want them to be in business as well. We don't want the people to be sick. We don't want the cancer centers. We just want Mashiach to come and everything will be euphoric for Am Yisrael. But a lesson did come out from last night. First of all, there were more SYs there than as usual, taking over the whole place, Ashkenaz, Hasidim, and it was beautiful. It's worthwhile of watching. They're all dancing together. Yishai Ribo came to sing, and you have Hasidim singing Sephardic songs with him. It's one big happy family, and that's what Judaism is all about. We all crossed Yam Suf. It wasn't heck, just this. I wouldn't go. Let my kid marry them if you paid me. Those days are all over. Thank God. Now everyone, Baruch Hashem, has their focus is on what's important in life and to do things right. Be'ezrat Hashem. But one thing, they had a fellow get up. He said his story, and everyone who just was there was crying. First, they interviewed his father. The father spoke about the daughter. She was born without a uterus, and then she met a young boy, and they're dating, etc. They started dating on Zoom. Believe it or not, it was in Corona, and then after they were allowed to meet, and they felt like they were meant for one another. 40 days before somebody is born, Hashem announces who they're going to marry. But then things got a little more sure, and the chemistry was more happening. She had to let the cat out of the bag, and she tells him she was born without a uterus. She can't have children. And he said, well, we're not going to let that stand in the way. Now, of course, there's no questions on a story. As they say, there's no kasha on a maisa. Halachically, everyone asks their own rabbi, and we should never be put into a test. There's halachic questions. There's emotional questions. Is that a right thing to do? If someone wants to build a family, are they going to be able to handle it? Long story short, they got married, and the journey that he described to get from point A to point B was literally as if someone would have to run from here all the way to Africa barefoot without any food or drink. That's how hard of a journey the fellow had. For every single millimeter of progress, he had to go through the entire dinya of paperwork and medicine and this and that. And his journey was miserable. And then finally, she was able to get surgery and they put a new uterus or whatever it was. And little by little, everyone keeps clapping from level 1 to level 2. And he had, Baruch Hashem, a beautiful baby girl. I'm getting choked up as I say this. Baruch Hashem, God should protect all of Am Yisrael at the end of a whole miserable journey, a journey that was miserable, but with a good outcome. He ended up having a baby born from his wife that could not have children. She was born in a way that she could not have children, and she had a baby girl with a C-section, but she had her own baby girl. And all of a sudden, while everyone's crying and listening to the story, we hear quiet and we see everyone turning their heads. The grandfather walked in with the actual baby wrapped up in pink covers and bringing the baby into the hall with thousands of people. Baruch Hashem, everyone. It was like Simchat Torah, dancing with the baby. And when the Torah comes out, everyone goes and they kiss and they're quiet and they're revered and they have awe and they're amazed what's going on. And we all watched it and everyone saw how a miracle can happen with friendship, with unity, with organizations, with people caring for one another. Look how a child was brought into this world. So it was a magnificent story. But one thing I take out of it, there's a lot of things to take out of it, but one thing, how we can't take things for granted. Sometimes in Wisconsin, you might have a parent, I can't, my kids, they're killing me, get them out, I'm not in a mood, they're so annoying, this, that, ufba, all kinds of words in Arabic that we can't say in a recording in a class. And if they heard that fellow's speech, what he went through just to bring one child into the world, they should kiss the floor that their children walk on. They can't take for granted what Hashem does. People who things go smoothly, they complain about other things. If they would have heard this kid, they're complaining about this, and how come we can't go for winter vacation? We're only going to Florida. What are we, Hazid cases? What happened to going to here, to there, to the moon with Elon Musk? And people don't realize, Baruch Hashem, if we realize what we have, we will be so thankful. Yishtabach Shemo La'ad. And that's really what one of the things that people took out of this most beautiful evening. Like I said, recommended for watching it if you can. Instead of going over the Doritos and the Bud Light commercials that you already saw yesterday, go look at shasathon.org. Baruch Hashem, Yishtabach Shemo, you see what Am Yisrael is all about. We have Tu B'Shvat this Wednesday night, Be'ezrat Hashem. Start getting the fruits from now. Go to Avenue U, triple park. That you could triple park on a day where there's parking. That's when you could triple. When there's no parking, don't even bother going down, right? And go get the fruits for Eid Jar. Now, even though there's a halacha and a concept to have the fruits that Israel was praised with, there is a concept. People like to buy something that has wheat in it, which is easy nowadays. Don't buy something gluten-free for it unless you can't have it, of course. Then they buy barley because that's the second one of the seven fruits of Israel. They have olives, they have grapes, figs, dates, and pomegranates. Those are the seven fruits of Eretz Yisrael. There is a concept to have all of those. But guess what? There are other fruits that are brought down in the Kabbalah, and there's certain prayers to say, even though it's not one of the fruits of Israel. Cherries, almonds, all these things. So we bring out as much fruits as we can, even if it's a fruit from the ground, even though it's called Eid Jar, it's the holiday of the tree, Chagai Ilanot, right? So even though we still bring all kinds of fruits, because we look at all the things that Hashem made and we say, thank you, Hashem, Yishtabach Shemo. When you see a watermelon, by the way, a million years ago, you couldn't get watermelon in the winter. That's why nowadays there's no more shahianu on fruits. In Israel, in the old days, you go to the one or two restaurants that were around. What's dessert? They have avatiach in its season, batich in its season. Yani only a few months out of the year they have watermelon. So they used to make shahianu, but today, thank you Hashem, you have the whole dinya all in one basket in your house. So God bless the women. They like to put all the fruits and things in one basket in the corner in the kitchen. Better than when we were growing up. We had entenmann's also, Shema Yisrael, every flavor. It's good, but for when you get all the nutritional value purposes, maybe it wasn't the greatest thing. But anyway, long story short, you look into that basket and you see the stickers on the fruits. The apple is from here. The avocado is from Guatemala. The this is from there. And you're all from all over the world in one basket. You didn't have to go to Johannesville to get it. It's right here for you at your doorstep. Baruch Hashem, Yishtabach Shemo La'ad. So yes, we have all the fruits all the time. Now, just because you did not eat a pomegranate since Rosh Hashanah and 30 days, nowadays the ladies like to throw the seeds, the pomegranate seeds in the salads. It's a thing now, right? But there were times people only had pomegranate on Rosh Hashanah or a star fruit on the second day of the holiday. The moms used to put it for the adus or a dragon fruit or whatever it might be. But like we said, with all the Chinese stores that you have all over the place, not the things hanging in the window, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, right? I could have sworn I saw a fried Mickey Mouse hanging in the window of a store. But anyway, each to their own, even though it's not to our taste, we have to say, Noten lechem lechol basar. Hashem gives food to every being in the world, Yishtabach Shemo. Anyway, back to our subject. Because we have everything all the time, there's no more new seasons with fruit where we come from, even though we don't have it, but the stores do have it, and therefore there's no more shahayanu. Some people want to say I'm boxer on carob, there's shahayanu, but the stores also have that. You go to an organic health store and they have carob, they have everything. So nowadays there's no more shahayanu. If you really want to make a shahayanu on the night of Tu B'Shvat, then go think of someone that you really love that you didn't see for 30 days. Make him come to your house, invite him over. When you see someone that you love and you didn't see them for 30 days, even if you spoke to them on the phone, you make shahayanu. But there's another beracha, which is if you don't see someone for a year. Today with Snapchat and Batya Chat and WhatsApp, you see everyone all the time. I know people that FaceTime their rabbi while the rabbi's in the shower, but that's also only in Wisconsin. How you doing? But we love everyone, and we're all one big happy family. Yo, pass me the soap. Anyway, back to our subject. Baruch Hashem, Yishtabach Shemo. So the law is, if you didn't see someone for the longest time, for a year, you make a beracha, Baruch Atah Hashem, Mehayeh HaMetim. But that's only if you didn't talk to them on the phone or didn't see any pictures of them or something like that. But Shahayanu, we make. And when we used to fly to Eretz Israel, when Rabino Grande was alive, and we hope we see him, and when the Mashiach comes, we're running straight to him. We're not passing go. We're not collecting $200. Straight to Rabino Grande, Bezrat Hashem. Well, when we used to go visit him, we made two berachot on the rabbi. We made Shahiyanu because we didn't see him for 30 days, and boy, does he make us happy when we see him. Just seeing his picture makes us happy right there. And we used to make a beracha that you really can't make on anyone. Of course, you guys are smart enough, I can make it on you, but there's a beracha for a great, great, knowledgeable chacham that knows everything in the dinya. That's how Batya Yosef, you say, Baruch shehilek michochmato l're'ev, shehalak michochmato l're'av. Blessed is it Hashem that he gave out such wisdom to Hamavadyah. Who had more wisdom than him? He knew the entire Torah, everything on his fingertips. Yishtabach Shemo La'ad. Anyway, so if you want to make Shahayanu, there's other ways, but on the fruits nowadays, the night of Tu B'Shvat, there is no Shahayanu. If Mashiach comes, we can make Shahayanu on Melech HaMashiach. Inshallah, we do that, but otherwise on the fruits, Mafi Shahayanu. I hope everyone has the greatest day. Good things always. If you see the moon tonight or tomorrow night, don't say, I'm cold, I'll wait till tomorrow. Mafi, because the last time to say it is Wednesday night. Some people say you can't even say it Wednesday night. We hold yes, but make sure to say it. So look for it. Believe it or not, even if you wake up early in the morning and you see it and it's after dawn and before sunrise, and you see it shining nicely, you're allowed to make Birkat Levana at that moment also. Because of the weather, we didn't get to make it. Yalla, let's make a family trip, a school trip, a class trip to the Bahamas. And okay, yalla, Eretz Israel, and we'll make Birkat Levana by the Kotel. I hope everyone has the greatest day. Love you all. Keep up the good work, not the good work, the awesome work. And Hashem will be with all of you. May we hear good news for Am Yisrael today and every day. Take care. Bye.